Hey guys, Peter here to do an album review. Today I'm here to talk to you guys about a brand new record from Fallujah, Undying, out March 15th on Nuclear Blast. The album has 10 tracks and is 45 minutes in length. This is a progressive death metal album through and through. Having said that, I really feel there are some key elements, key components at play that really change the dynamic of the record, that really change the fluidity of the songs and even the structure of the overall album. I felt that throughout the record there were some sprinkles of technical death metal and definitely some atmospheric elements. When you put these two things combined with progressive death metal DNA core of the record, it really allows the album to be a little bit more than just a linear record that takes you from point A to point B. It really allows the band to ever so slightly change their path in certain songs, include certain elements that really enhance not only the music but also the lyrical content of the record. The reason I say this is because the record overall has one main theme as far as the lyrics are concerned. It really touches on social media, on ego-driven, narcissistic society that we live in, and perhaps making you wonder if hell is a bad place you go to when you die, or if we're currently already living in hell based on the society that we're part of. So this is the blanket, this is the theme lyrically that really encompasses the whole record. So when you have an album that has that kind of a theme throughout, and you have a genre like progressive death metal, there is sometimes the tendency to just go down that path, and you start that path in song 1 and you finish in song 10. What that could create is an album that doesn't really deviate much from that beaten path. It sometimes could become stale, mundane, and repetitive. Now, by adding those elements, not only you're changing the dynamics of the songs, you're enhancing the story, the lyrics of each song with those key elements. At the same time, you're making enough changes, ever so slightly, not drastic changes, but enough changes to really allow the songs to feel different, to feel like they have a different dynamic, to feel like they're going to a different place, and more important, to really enhance the specific story or the specific lyrics of each individual song. It's really important for a record like this that has that kind of a theme lyrically, that the songs enhance the theme, that the songs really bring to life, sound-wise, the contents of each specific song lyrically. So I really feel like by adding those elements, they were able to do that on this record. I also feel like this record is not top-heavy at all. What I mean by that is they didn't pack the better songs of the album at the top of the album, and then it loses quality as it goes along. I didn't feel that way. I really felt the album was extremely well balanced through and through. From song 1 to song 10, there isn't no weak spots on the record. I really didn't feel like the better songs were up front and they lost quality going down to track number 10. I actually felt that the album changed a little bit of the dynamic towards the middle end of the record, almost as a spark to really reignite your interest as a listener as you're going down the record. Really well done, because when you're listening to an album from beginning to end, there is a sense, perhaps sometimes, that you could lose a little bit of a connection with the record as you get through the middle part of the album. By including some of those more atmospheric elements, technical death metal elements, towards the middle end of the record, they really changed that approach. They really reinvigorated themselves, reinvented themselves, and really created songs that really sparked your interest and brought you back into the listening experience and brought back the interest into the record going all the way through. Vocally, this album is extremely well put together. I really like the aggressiveness that comes from the vocals, but almost more important than the aggression that you get from the vocals is the emotion that you get from the vocals. When you have an album that has this theme, like I mentioned before, it's really important that the vocals really bring that theme to life, that really bring energy, that bring emotion, that there's a sense of connection between the singer and the lyrics. It's the only way that you can have an album lyrically like this work, is if that connection exists. If there is a disconnect at any point in time, it becomes obvious in the music, and as a listener, you lose interest from the record. I really feel like that connection is there. It was a strong connection, and the emotion that you're listening in the lyrics, that the message of the lyrics really comes through in the vocal delivery on each and every single song. It really works well together. It really enhances the value, the sound, the quality of the record. This album, if you have to describe it in one sentence, I would say it is heavy, it is emotional, and it is aggressive. Those are perhaps the best 3 words to really describe the overall sound of Undying Light. It really felt that way to me. Now, as far as songs are concerned, I'm going to pick 3 songs that were not released as singles, and I'm going to start with Last Light, which is the second track on the record. It really starts off with a mixture of melody and heaviness, and the aggression picks up the momentum, the harsh vocals kick in. But while heavy, specifically the heaviness of this song is really coming from the vocals and the drums being very heavy, being the perfect partner to the vocals, and then you have the guitars maintaining a good balance throughout the song with a more melodic riff, with more melodic tunes behind it. The song really feels like a fight between good and evil from that perspective, because you have the aggression of the drums and the vocals, and you have the melodic guitar sound. The two are in a constant battle from the moment the song starts until the song ends, and it really feels like a power struggle between good and evil. I like how much of the bass comes through on this song. Actually, that's something I really enjoy throughout the record. I really like how much they use the bass, how much they allowed the bass to be in the forefront of their tracks. They didn't hide it. They allowed it to peak enough through the curtains that you get a feel of how good and what the quality of the bass lines are on this record. This song is a perfect example of that, because you really are allowed to listen to the bass, and the bass really peeks its head through and gives you a little bit of heaviness but melancholy at the same time. I really like how it comes across on this track. Perhaps one of my favorite bass lines of all the record is on Last Light. Another one of my favorite songs is Sanctuary. I really like this song from the moment I heard the record. This was one of my favorite tracks from the beginning. The drums are absolutely relentless from the start. Great guitar riff. It just has such a kick-in intro. The intro is so heavy, and a lot of that comes from the heavy drums that really starts off the song. The vocals are aggressive as well. This track brings a lot of emotion to the table. It really is a song filled with emotion. There is melodic stretches, and then there's really aggressive and heavy stretches. This song is overall, in my perspective, it's a more heavier, robust song that allows some melody to peek through every so often throughout the track. It really creates a cool balance. It really creates a sense of ups and downs, of peaks and valleys, if you will. It's a song that, another song that really uses the bass extremely well. It really comes across as well. It allows the bass to be a factor on the track, and it is a factor that in this specific track adds a little bit of heaviness, a little bit of momentum, if you will, to the song. I really like this song. I like that dynamic that it has. I like how heavy it feels. Overall, it really feels like a really robust and heavy song, but it still has enough bursts of melody to really keep you engaged and to really create an even flow, if you will, throughout the song. Really well put together, really incredible song, a song that I really enjoyed. Vocally, this is one of my favorite songs because I really like what they've done with the vocals on this track as well. I like some of the clean vocal bursts that came in on this song. It really added something different. It really added a different dynamic, if you will, to the record. But the most interesting song, as far as I'm concerned, from this record is Distant and Cold. This is a very different song. This is a song like no other on the record. To me, this almost felt like a doom, a progressive doom song, if that's even a thing. It really felt that it had a lot of doom elements in this song. The vocals in this song are clean, are dark, are haunting, almost very underlined vocals, not aggressive in nature, not heavy, not harsh, clean, but very underlined, very like an undercoat of lyrics, of a vocal performance, if you will. Extremely dark, extremely atmospheric. This song has a lot of atmospheric elements. Like I said, it almost feels like a doom song with a very slow, methodic tempo to it. It never speeds up. It keeps that tempo from the beginning to the end. It's very methodic, very slow, very dark, very embracing, and a song that really fits the lyrical content. If you're looking at a song that the music and the lyrics are one, are united as one, Distant and Cold is that song. They could have not created musically a song that better reflects the message of the lyrics. I love how they put this song together. They put this song towards the end of the record, I believe track number 9. So it's really towards the end of the record, and it's a song that completely comes out of nowhere because up until this point, there's no song like it. And obviously there's one song after this and it's not like it either. So this is a very unique, a very different song, a very different approach, but what a song What a powerful song, and what a well put together track. I absolutely loved it. One of my favorite songs on the album, and one of the reasons I love it so much is how different it really is from the rest of the record, and how well the music and lyrics really come together to tell you a story. Alright guys, this is it. This is Fallujah, Undying Light, out March 15th on Nuclear Blast. Let me know your thoughts on the band, the record, the singles. Use the comment section below. Let me know what you think. I'll be reading those and getting back to you. Take care, guys.